All right, so the email is she's really conflicted here because she was offered a job at her husband's company. Sounds great, more money, but her husband absolutely doesn't want her to take it. What should she do?
I need your advice on a situation that's causing some serious tension in my marriage. I was recently offered a great job in the marketing department of my husband's company. To say my husband is not happy about it is an understatement. In fact, he's mad that I even applied without telling him. And now that I've been offered the job, he's even more upset. To be clear, it's a small company, but we wouldn't be working side by side. He's in sales, I'd be in marketing. There would be some interaction, but not all the time. He thinks we already spend enough time together, every night, every weekend, and that I should, quote unquote, take my talent elsewhere. He doesn't want to carpool or have lunch together every day and feels like working at the same company is just too much. He says he needs his independence and that this makes him uncomfortable. I, on the other hand, think this is a fantastic opportunity and I don't see why he can't make it work. We'd be in different departments. I'd respect his space, but he is so against it that I'm wondering if I'm being selfish for wanting this job. So who's right here? Should I turn down a great job for the sake of his comfort, or should he try to compromise? Would love to hear what you and your listeners think. The company needs my decision by end of business today, so I'm feeling the pressure. Help!
Okay, so let's not default to the worst case drama where obviously there's a woman in the office, he doesn't want you around. Let's throw that one out.
Let's just say he just really doesn't want to work with his wife.
Right. So this dude is telling you that he knows himself, that he needs this kind of space, this kind of separation between church and state. I'm very independent like that also. No matter who I'm in love with, I really wouldn't want to be around them 24/7. I gotta be just smothering. So he is telling you that. So I don't think it is you shouldn't really necessarily take this personally. He's there first. He's saying that, hey, this is what I'm not comfortable with, and we're always complaining that guys aren't communicating their true feelings. Here he is doing that. He's telling you what he wants.
I mean, I personally would be offended if the person I love more than anything is like, yeah, I don't want to be around you. I'm going to take that as a gut punch. But I don't think that he's wrong for expressing it, because I am kind of the same way where I think it's important to be able to miss someone in your relationship. And the thing about work is it gives you like 8 hours of your day to do something outside of your relationship so that when you come back home, A, you have things to talk about, but B, it gives you some kind of autonomy outside of that relationship that makes you feel like you're a whole and complete person. And if you see that person from sunrise to sunset, I can understand how that's just going to get overwhelming at some point.
Cassie, I know you are a very self-proclaimed independent woman. If your husband, Chad, got a job here at the radio station, but it wasn't in programming, it was over in sales, how would that make you feel?
I'd love it. I think it would be really cool to have that touch point and that he would understand my stories. He'd have insight. I actually think it would bring us closer together.
Yeah, I think it's a personality thing. I really do. And he's telling you this is the kind of personality I have. And you knew this probably before you guys got married, who he was. Yeah. Good morning to Emily. You were on the Bert Show. Hi.
Hi, I was just going to agree with the email. I work in a company where it's full of family members. They are all husband, wives, sons, brother-in-laws, like everything. And I, without a shadow of a doubt, could tell you I could never work with my partner. I see what they go through and what they take home, and you can't take work home and home to work. It's just, you can't separate it.
Yeah.
And it's hard.
It's a lot of time. Thank you for calling.
God, my poor husband, I take work home all the time.
It would appear as though we're only taking calls from Emily's today. Yeah. Emily number 2, you were on the Bert Show. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Thank you for calling.
Thank you. So currently, actually, I work at a company where I got my fiance a job working with me. We do work in 2 separate departments, and we see each other in passing, and I absolutely adore working with him. We ride in and commute in the morning. I get to ride home with him. I never have to spend that 8 hours of the day wasted where I'm just texting him. I always get to see him, and that is like my favorite part of working where I work.
Okay, maybe I'm just being a little bit crusty here, but is it possible because you guys are engaged, it's still a new relationship, the flame is still burning, that it might be different in a decade?
I don't think so. Okay. I am absolutely obsessed with this man as much as he is obsessed with me, so I see this going for the long run.
I hope you're right.
There are Bert, there are morning shows out there that are like husband wife teams.
No. No. Absolutely not, man. Absolutely not.
What was that noise that came out of you?
Panic.
Yeah, okay.
Absolute panic.
The Bert Show.